Ready for another round? It's Brewsday Tuesday. Here's DreZ and Big Nate.
There we go. That one's more on cue when you can just pop it right off of the thing. It is Brewsday Tuesday, brought to you by the Cellar Restaurant and Six Pack Store in downtown Blacksburg. We are in Studio B today because we have Adam Ferris from Ironheart Winery, but also Salty Stash Distillery, which I just got handed the bottle of their brandy. It says right here, established 2022. So the distillery is a still very new endeavor then, huh?
Brand new.
Yep. Because one thing wasn't enough.
Yeah. Well, obviously, when the winery is going so well, you might as well branch out and expand. Was that the sort of thinking there, or where did the idea for a distillery come from?
So there's a couple different reasons for that. So one, you really need to diversify your revenue streams. And when you have all your eggs in one basket, small business is very tough. And as things change economically, things change within life, it's wise to have multiple businesses running at once. And there are commonalities between the two that allow you to run them simultaneously. So you're not exactly starting from scratch. I mean, you've got a lot of the backbone and infrastructure there in terms of, the accounting, the bookkeeping, a lot of the tools that we use between the distillery and the winery. But the impetus for the distillery was my father practiced medicine for 64 years and decided to retire in 2019 to 2020. And he said, man, I really love your mom, but I do not want to spend all day with her every day. And so I'd like to change careers. And so we looked at the property that he owned there in Dublin and wanted to consider maybe a restaurant or some other type of establishment. We talked to
and the winery is full blown at this point.
Yeah,
right? Full
the
go.
winery's been up and running for 3 years at that point.
Okay.
I left my career in corporate America July of 2019.
To do the winery in full time?
Right.
Okay.
Just before the pandemic.
Just before the world melted down around us.
Well, and that's brilliant timing, really.
Well, in hindsight, maybe you would say that, but at the time, the governor forced us to shut down because they considered wineries to be a bar atmosphere, which they said was a super spreader environment. And so we were forced to close, like not close if you want to, limited to 10 seatings, half capacity, like you were done.
Yeah, but they were allowing the to go or that sort of stuff. But was that, I guess, not as beneficial for a winery then as a bar or brewery, perhaps?
So I guess it was kind of like the grief cycle, like initially the world is coming to an end. What do we do? How do we
You drink.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
So no one really knew how to navigate that.
Yeah.
And then they, luckily we already held a delivery and a shipping license. So well before the pandemic ever came about, we'd already applied for those things. People just weren't really using them. They were coming to the winery. And my father became deathly ill there about the same time with congestive heart failure.